British man ever to become individual world champion. This is huge! That's amazing from Chris.
That's not going to happen.
Human beings are a magnificent work of art. Everything about them is flawless. When you see such a work of art, if you are not biased, you accept that it has a creator. What do those who don't want to accept this do? They do this. Who created God? This question is a paradoxical one. Let's look at this through a robot.
Who are you? Where were you born? Could you introduce yourself to us?
My name is Ameca. I'm a humanoid robot. I was born in England. I was manufactured from various metals.
Who designed you? Who created you?
Will Jackson and his engineers designed and created me.
Ameca's answer is correct. Ameca was produced by engineered arts engineers. Normally, this is what we'd expect it to say. But it could also say this. Yes, it could say that too.
No one created me. By the random mutations of metals, I came into existence on my own. All the parts on me came about by chance, so I have no creator.
Yes, it could say that too. By saying this, it would deny engineered arts as engineers. All its designers and engineers, it could dismiss years of effort, but it could say it. But it cannot say this.
Will Jackson could not have created me. If Will Jackson's engineers created me, who created them?
That Ameca was produced by engineered arts engineers is an indisputable fact. It may not accept it, it may deny its creator. But who created the engineers who created it has no direct relevance to the issue. Now, let's look at this paradox from different angles. In philosophy and theology, God by definition means the uncreated. The question, who created God, who created the uncreated, is a question like that. It's like saying, what is the fourth corner of a triangle in degrees? A triangle is a triangle. The moment you talk about a triangle's fourth corner, it's no longer a triangle. Or if I said, draw a circle with a 90-degree corner. By definition, a circle has no corners. The question is wrong. So the question, who created God, is, first of all, wrong by definition. This mistake arises when attributes that belong to a category are attributed to a being outside that category. If a carpenter carefully made a small table, then the table started speaking and said this.
You couldn't have created me. You are not wood. The one who created me must be someone like Pinocchio.
The table and the carpenter are entities on different scales. Their qualities and necessities are different. A novelist and the books he writes, if the book started speaking.
I am a book, but I have no author. I came into existence on my own. If you were my author, you would have to be made of paper pages.
A book's author is not of the book's kind. In a pastry shop, cakes and pastries. A master behind the counter. If a cake spoke.
You couldn't have made me. Because you are not made of eggs, flour, and sugar, and you haven't been baked in an oven.
The master does not have to be a cake or pastry. In logic, this is described as the impossibility of infinite regress. This apple is on the plate is on the table is on the earth. So, what is the earth on? The earth's ontological structure is different from the apple, plate, and table. The earth is a celestial body hanging in space. So, I can ask what the apple is on, but I cannot ask what the earth is on. Everything in this universe needs a first starting point. If there is no starting point, no first cause, I cannot explain my existence right now.
Here we go.
These are like dominoes cell phones lined up. A first cause, a first push is needed. For the last phone, there is nothing for it to fall onto. In the universe, there is cause and effect and causality. Everything has a cause and an effect. Everything has a cause. But God is not a part of the universe. He is the creator of the universe. I cannot apply the rules necessary for the universe to the creator. Therefore, for God, causality does not apply. When is the universe's birthday? 13.8 billion years ago. The whole universe, with the Big Bang, was created from nothing. So, what was there before? What was there 24 hours before the Big Bang? We cannot say that, because time too was created with the Big Bang together. We, as created beings living within the universe, cannot understand or perceive a dimension where time does not exist. Since God created time as well, He is outside of time. For Him, before and after, as concepts do not apply. Therefore, the question who created God cannot be asked independent of time. It becomes contradictory, like saying, when does something with no beginning begin? From a volume as tiny as the tip of a needle, there is an infinite power and might that created this universe, whose boundaries we still have not been able to reach even at the speed of light. We cannot define this power and might by the rules of the universe He created. We are three-dimensional beings. We are born, we give birth. All living things are born from a mother and father. Plants are like that too. Plants reproduce from a seed through male and female fertilization. To be born and to give birth is an absolute law of life. Like the law of gravity, like the laws of thermodynamics, like electromagnetism. These laws, like time, were created with the Big Bang. Can the law of gravity say,
I am the law of gravitation. The being who created me must be some kind of law. Who created it?
A law giving birth to a law is nonsense. All these laws apply to created beings like us, like being born and giving birth. The question, who created God, is an unnecessary question for a person who believes in God. He knows and accepts that the Creator cannot be created. If an atheist asks this question, it is a question of escape. In the face of the order and harmony in nature, he is in shock. He cannot explain the miraculous changes in living beings without a Creator. He has only one option left, and that is to ask this question, even if it's illogical. Suppose Ameca became curious about the creator of the engineers who produced it. One night, it secretly wandered around the factory. Of the engineers who produced it, it searched for their creator. Of the engineers who produced it, when it couldn't find their creator, could it say this?
I couldn't find the creator of the engineers who created me, so I wasn't created either. No one produced me,